This is 34 News with Ryan Aspel and Annie Weber with the news. Rosanna Rice-Gosson with arts and entertainment. And Ed Zazali with sports. And now, Ryan Aspel and Annie Weber.
Hello and welcome to February's edition of 34 News.
With love in the air, who knows where anchors Annie Weber and Ryan Aspel are. I'm Kara Kasky filling in for Annie Weber.
And I'm Julianna Sams filling in for Ryan Aspel. Today's broadcast will include news on Valentine's Day, Black History Month, as well as our exceptional sports teams.
With the month of February comes an array of DECA activities. The marketing club started off the month with a day of decisions. Select members of the club spent a day with the 8th grade students from both Terrell Park Middle Schools. On these days, the 8th graders went to different DECA student-run workshops which addressed different issues they may face in the high school. Katie Devlin went on location with the president of DECA for more information on this service.
Hi, this is Katie Devlin reporting for 34 News. I'm here with a member of DECA. What's your name?
Lauren Moscow.
And I understand you went on the DECA Days of Decision. What was that all about?
We talked about the upcoming freshmen, about drugs and teenage relationships and what to expect when they come to the high school.
And where was this held?
Terrell Middle School.
And you're also going to Park, right? When is that?
Next Friday.
Okay, that sounds good. Thanks. Now back to the studio.
DECA has had a busy month with preparing and attending the state competition. After a successful run at the regional competition, the club plans for a very successful outcome. Now let's go on location with Karen Lucy from...
2. Hey, can I get an interview?
Oh, you can get an interview.
All right. So I heard you guys went on a field trip recently. Where'd you guys go?
We went to Middlesex County College for the regional conference.
And what'd you guys do there?
Well, we competed in our own separate events, and people who qualified at regionals will be moving on to states in late February.
All right. And what does DECA have planned for the rest of the year?
Well, now we're just getting our projects for states ready. We had about 52 people qualify at regionals, so everyone's getting ready for states and hoping to do well and move on to nationals.
All right, guys. Well, good luck. And now back to the studio.
The student movement against cancer kicked off the planning for Relay for Life. The relay is due to take place in early spring, but preparations start long before. The presidents and executive board are holding meetings starting now to organize relay teams and event planners. Nicole went on location to find out more about the relay.
Nanzio reporting for 34 News, and I'm here with President of SMAC, Josh Liss. So, Josh, I hear the Relay for Life kickoff is tonight. What's that about?
Well, basically, we just want to introduce everyone to the main idea of the relay and start everyone setting up their teams.
Okay, when does the actual Relay for Life start to take place?
It's going to be like the second week in May.
All right, and where will it be held?
It's going to be held here at Scotch Plains Fairwood High School.
All right, well, good luck with the relay. Now let's go back to the studio.
The students of Spiffy High were shocked and appalled upon hearing the news that our long-loved Raider mascot will be replaced with one less offensive. In order to be politically correct, the school and town agreed to change the Raider head. Spiffy will still be called the Raiders and use the colors blue and white. However, any student interested in designing the new mascot can submit their drawings to the main office. We'll get our first look at the new logo at the beginning of the 2004-2005 school year.
On Friday, February 20th, JSA took a trip to Washington, D.C. Members of the club went to Capitol Hill to watch government debates. Members also watched some of the nation's leaders as they went about life at the Capitol. Lori went on location to find out more on the story.
Lori Romeo reporting for 34 News, and I caught up with Andre Meyer, president of JSA. Andre, can you tell us about the trip that's coming up to Washington, D.C.?
Sure. This is like our big trip of the year. We go down to Washington, D.C. by charter bus. We stay at the Doubletree Hotel, and Friday we take buses to Capitol Hill and we listen to a round of very important prominent speakers. We get to hear a number of congressmen and senators. We hear a number of cabinet people usually. And we're hoping this year to get some even more prominent speakers because it's an election year. Usually there's always the random activists and whatever, but this should be a really good year for speakers. Additionally, Saturday and Sunday we spend debating the bills that we write in a model Congress. So everybody has had to write a bill for this, and we're hoping that some of our bills will get passed. And on Sunday there will be nominations for spring state when we hold the regional and state elections, which should be really exciting. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, that sounds great. Well, I hope you have a great trip. And now back to the studio.
As most know, throughout the month of February, we celebrate Black History Month. Every year, the Black Student Union helps bring Black history to the high school. Let's go on location with Julie Hyman to get a more in-depth look.
Hi, this is Julie Hyman reporting on location for 34 News, and I'm here with a member of BSU, Amber Sizemore. So, Amber, what's your position in BSU?
I'm the secretary.
And what do you do as secretary?
I take down notes. We call them minutes of what's going on in the meetings, and I just try to keep order.
And it's Black History Month, so what is BSU doing to celebrate that?
Well, one day we're going to all dress up in our heritage wear, our cultural wear, whether around the school. We have our second annual Heart and Soul dinner on February 20th at 6 o'clock in the cafeteria. And at the end of the month, on February 27th, the step team, they're having a step off, so that's going to be really cool.
That sounds really cool. Okay, well, this has been Julie Hyman reporting on location for 34 News.
Love is in the air in Scotch Plains this Valentine's Day season. The Student Government Association, as always, has many activities planned for students. Let's go on location with Abby Rosenblatt to find out more.
Hi, I'm Abby Rosenblatt, here on location with two members of SGA. What's your name?
Jackie Tumalo, Nicole Deniza.
Okay, so what do you have planned for Valentine's Day?
Actually, tomorrow we're going to start selling chocolate roses, and then next week we'll deliver them. Next Thursday, I believe, we'll deliver them to all homerooms and first periods.
And are you planning on doing matchmakers again?
Yes, we did matchmakers. We sent out questionnaires and the students filled them out, and we'll be sending them out tomorrow, and we should get them back on the 9th. And then you find out your match and lunch, you'll get your paper back. It's $2.
Well, that sounds great. Have a happy Valentine's Day, and now back to the studio.
We'll be right back after this brief public service announcement.
Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the hope and the dream of the slave. And so I rise, I rise, I rise.
Let's go to Rosanna Wisconsin with Arts and Entertainment.
Thank you, Julie. With only 7 returning members from last year and 11 freshmen, the Winter Guard is doing very well this season, exceptionally well, in fact. The Guard performing To Bury My Lovely by October Project has left audiences at numerous competitions in tears. The upbeat ballad about growing up and losing someone has a lot of meaning and has received a lot of positive feedback from both judges and fans. In fact, the Guard members have trouble walking around at a competition without receiving a compliment. Despite the large amount of new members that have joined this year, they consistently ranked in the top 3 at a national level and hope to end the season in the top 5 like last year. Good luck, girls. Co-captain of the boys varsity soccer team and president of DECA, senior Michael Hesmer has been named the January Student of the Month. Having devoted most of his life to playing soccer, it comes as no surprise that he has helped lead his team in his last years here at Spiffy High to state sectionals. Mike not only excels in sports, but he is greatly involved with DECA. He enjoys both the community service he does with DECA as well as the experience it gives him for college and beyond. Now let's go on location for more.
Iliacha reporting for 34 News, and I'm here to bring you your January, February Students of the Month, Zach McGuire and Mike Hessemer. So guys, congratulations, and what are some of your extracurricular activities?
Thank you. I'd like to say that some of my activities that I'm proud of are being the president of DECA, being one of the elected officers of SGA. I'm a former captain of the varsity soccer team. Season's over, but those are some things I'm proud of.
Wow. And what about you?
Thank you. I'm a member of the German club. I'm an officer, and let's see, also a captain in cross country and track, winter track and spring track.
That's cool. And are you guys going to college next year?
Yeah, I'm still waiting to hear back from some schools. Once I hear back, I'll probably know where I'm going, but some of the schools I applied to are Dartmouth, Lehigh, Bucknell, Villanova, University of Delaware.
That's cool. And what about you?
Well, hopefully. Depends if I get accepted. But I applied early decision to Carleton College in Minnesota, and some of my other choices are Duke and Carnegie Mellon.
That's cool. Good luck to both of you. And how do you feel about being Student of the Month?
Surprised.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's cool.
I didn't expect it at all. So.
And what about you?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Zach. A little surprised, wondering, is there anyone else that deserves it? But then I realized, you know what? I deserve it. So, yeah.
That's the way to think, boys. This has been Kate, and now back to the studio.
Being one of SPF's biggest track stars is what's given Zach McGuire the recognition to be our February Student of the Month. He credits both his dad and former faculty member of the month, Mr. Cagle, for his success throughout the years. Being such an amazing track star, one finds it hard to believe that he almost quit the track team. However, he stuck with it because of Mr. Cagle's support. Despite being an 11-season varsity athlete, he is an exceptional student taking 4 AP classes. The February Faculty Member of the Month is English teacher Miss Allison Peruta. Being the teacher of the sophomore academic English classes, it comes as no surprise that she is loved by all. Being one of the youngest teachers in the school allows her to realize where students are coming from and relate to them with a more comfortable level. She's also the advisor of the yearbook this year and has brought many new ideas to it. Now let's go on location for more.
Hi, this is Julianna Sams reporting for 34 News, and I'm here with Faculty Member of the Month, Ms. Peruta. So, Ms. Peruta, what classes do you teach here at the high school?
I teach the sophomore level American literature, and I teach the photojournalism class, which covers the yearbook.
And how many years have you been involved in yearbook?
This is my second year in yearbook.
And I understand you've done a lot of changes and you have a lot of goals for yearbook this year. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, actually our goals are extensive this year. Our number one goal is to get each student in the school in the yearbook at least twice, once with their school picture and then once with another candid picture somehow else in the book. Another goal we had, which we accomplished, was to make the book entirely in color, which it will be. And our third goal this year is to sell as many yearbooks as possible so that we cover as many students. Traditionally, the most amount of people that buy a yearbook are freshmen and seniors students, and this year we'd like to encourage the sophomores and the juniors to purchase them as well. The way we think about it is as if you don't take your picture, any pictures at all, sophomore and junior year. You know, there's still years to remember. They're still important. Your freshman year and your senior year are not the only important years in your high school experience. So we encourage everyone to buy a yearbook for all 4 years. So that's kind of one of our biggest goals.
And I understand you guys won awards last year with yearbook, and you hope to win more this year?
Yes, last year was very exciting because the staff was able to, they picked up 2 awards. One was they placed first for the American Scholastic Press Association, and they placed second in the Garden State Scholastic Press Association, which is a very prestigious award. And it's the first time that the Coleman has actually ever won any awards, so it was a big deal for the students involved. This year we're really hoping to win more awards and to continue to accomplish our goals and to make the yearbook as best as we can for everyone.
Congratulations. Thank you. Do you have any hobbies that you participate in outside of school?
I don't have a lot of free time outside of school, but when I do have free time, I like to spend time with my friends and my family. I like to read. I like to do yoga and exercise and outdoor activities, ski, hike, and things like that.
Well, it sounds like you have a really busy schedule. And congratulations on being Faculty Member of the Month. This has been Julie Sams reporting for 34 News. Now back to the studio.
Just a reminder, Rep Theater will be putting on their play Les Mis on March 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 26th, and 27th. If you'd like to order tickets, call 908-322-9616. In the meantime, we managed to catch up with Melissa Melendez to find out more on our winter fashion and fads.
SPF or striped shirts. Julie has more of a spring shirt on, but sweaters are really popular with boys and girls. Jenna has a Hollister suit shirt, and she has a Tiffany necklace and a pair of high heel shoes. Our next 2 models are Lori Romeo and Ashley Kahuska. Lori's wearing a comfortable sweatsuit, and Ashley has a hoodie. Everybody always wears hoodies, so it's pretty much in fashion with her K-Swiss sneakers. Okay. On to boys models, we have Dave Clemens. He's wearing a pair of express fitted jeans with a pair of New Balances that came inside with boys and girls with a matching shirt. Our next model, we have Nick Bertucci with a trendy American Eagle shirt, jeans that fit good, not as baggy, and New Balance sneakers also. Our next model, we have the wonderful Steve Mineo with a suit shirt
and Uggs. Uggs became really popular this season with boys and girls, and also his American Eagle jeans. Our next model, we have Matt Ryan sporting a throwback for DB Friday, and that's pretty much it. Our next model, we have Pete Marisick with a hoodie. Hoodies are great in the winter, keep you warm. Okay. That's it for winter fashion. See you in the spring. Now back to the studio.
Being the month of love, we managed to catch up with some Spiffy High students who wanted to send out a special message to their loved ones.
My video Valentine, a Delu sister, because she's cool and pretty.
I want to send out this video Valentine to my very best friend and maid of honor, David Kosis.
I want to send a video Valentine to my brother, Jack Mead. I love you, Jack.
Hi, my name is David Kosis, and I'm sending out my Valentine to my one true love, my mom, for being there for me and doing everything for me and putting up with my antics. And I just want to say that I love you, Mom.
We'll be right back with the sports after this brief public service announcement.
The construction continues in Scotch Plains High School. Slamming a stranger to the ground is an assault unless you pack your bag and headed to the woods for a trip. Even though it's only September and the year is just starting, we get to take the band out onto a great start at their band competition.
The Raider football team defeated the Eastside Red Raiders. Boys varsity soccer team is off to yet another great start.
Now let's go to Ed Zali with the sports.
Thanks, Kara. Our girls basketball team is still rolling with a record of 14-4, led by captain Jen Russell and center Hillary Klimowitz. The girls are looking to make an impact come state tournament time. Let's go to Amber Sizemore for more on girls basketball.
Basketball team. So what's your name and your position?
Elizabeth Italdo, guard.
Megan Makeley, guard.
Cool. So what's your record?
10-4.
All right, that's really good. And who are some of the key players on the team this year?
Some of the key players are Jenny Burke, our point guard, Maura Galuli, our three-point shooter, Hillary Klimowitz, Jen Russell, and Liz DiCataldo.
That's awesome. What's your biggest game coming up?
Playing Shabazz on Tuesday. They're #1 in the state.
Okay, well, I know you guys can beat them, and I hope all the students come out to support you guys in your season. And now back to the...
Due to key injury to sophomore Derek Character, the boys basketball team has fallen with a record of 12-7. Losses to Shabazz and Linden put a damper on hopes for a conference championship. Lonnie Kay has caught up with some of these players for more.
Reporting for 34 News, and I'm here with 2 star basketball players. So how's your season going so far?
It's going pretty good. We're 12-3 right now, and we're looking to go 17-3 because we have 5 games left in the regular season, and we're just waiting for states and counties to come.
And how were some of your big games this season?
Well, every game is a big game because Washington Conference, as you know, is a real tough conference. So every night you got to come to play, and we have a real big game tonight. We're playing at Trenton, and I can't wait till we get down there because that's my home team, and I think everybody's going to do real well tonight.
And how do you think you're going to do in states and counties, Lance?
Depends how we come to play. If we come to play, we can take everything. It depends how everybody's attitude is, and if everything gels together, we'd be good.
Okay. Good luck the rest of your season. This has been Lonnie Kay, and now back to the studio.
Spiffy High's swim team is looking forward to the state tournament after key victories over Union. Senior John Sheffield seems to think that this could be their year. Now let's go to Steve for more on swimming.
Hi, this is Steve Minio reporting on location for TV 34 News. I'm here with Captain Jay Sheezy, also known as John Sheffield. He's a senior and he's a very good swimmer. John, how is the boys swim team doing this season?
We're doing pretty good. We're 10-5, so 10-2. My bad.
That's excellent. How have you personally been performing in the water?
I've done all right. I got 2nd at counties and 6th at Pirates in the fly, 100 fly.
Well, good job at the fly. All right, who are some key swimmers in your meets and tournaments?
Well, Derek Middleton is the other captain. My brother Mike and Dave are doing pretty good too. So that's about it.
What events do you swim?
The 100 fly, all the freestyle events, and the relays.
What would you say is your favorite stroke?
Butterfly.
All right, well, this has been Steve Minio. Here you have it, the butterfly for Jay Sheezy. For TV 34, let's take it back to the studio.
Our winter track team has finished all their dual meets this year, and their 10 years of unbeaten is still intact. Led by senior Brian Kopnicki for the boys and junior Asia Bundy for the girls, the team still has the state tournament to look forward to. Now let's go to Katie Devlin for more.
Hi, this is Katie Devlin reporting for 34 News. I'm here with 2 winter track members. What are your names?
Kim Pizzato, Mary Shashadi.
And what events do you guys run?
I run anywhere from the 400 to the 1200.
And you?
I run from an 800 to a 3200.
And how did county relays go?
We came in second overall. We did a really good job. We only lost by a couple points. So.
That's good. And what are some of your upcoming meets?
Meet of champs, Easterns, sectionals.
All right. Well, good luck with that. Now back to the studio.
Congratulations to Spiffy High's wrestling team, who has just won the Union County Championship for the first time in school history. Eric Connolly, Andrew Silber, Derek Francavilla, and Steve Minio were all county champs for their weight class. Also, Mark Fabiano and Chuck Bocci placed second. Let's go to Dan Birnbaum for more on wrestling.
This is Dan Birnbaum reporting on location for 34 News, and I'm here with freshman sensation Pat Minio. So how's the season going so far, Pat?
We're doing very well. Our wrestling team is ranked number 17 in the state, and we're ranked number 1 in our county as of now, and we're looking forward to some good matches.
And how are some of the individuals doing this season?
Well, so far we have, right at the moment, 3 ranked wrestlers in the state. We have Steve Minio at 130 is ranked 2nd, Andrew Silber at 171 is ranked 3rd, and Derek Francavilla is ranked 4th at 125.
And so what are some of your aspirations for the rest of the season?
For the rest of the season, we'd like to take counties this weekend, first time in school history. We just beat Roselle Park last weekend, and they're one of our competitors for the county. We'd like to do well in sectionals and send a lot of wrestlers down to Atlantic City to the States.
And just for the record, what's your favorite wrestling move?
Well, I prefer the raw dog tilt, get some squealing.
All right, Dan Birnbaum, now back to the studio.
SBS bowling team still has the record over 500 with 12 wins and 9 losses. Key bowlers this year have been Justice Evans and Joe Matrow. Now let's go to Mike with our On Location.
Mike Design reporting for 34 News. I'm here with Justice, a member of the bowling team. So how's your season going so far?
Oh, it's going pretty good. We got the county tournament coming up today. We should do well in that. That's about it.
And I heard you had a pretty big game last week. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, I bowled a 276 with a 671 series, 9 strikes in a row. School record.
That's pretty good. Congratulations with that. Now back to studio.
We would like to send out a special congratulations to the boys soccer coach Tom Bresnitsky. Coach Brez was just awarded Regional Coach of the Year by the National Soccer Coaches of America. This foundation is the largest group of coaches in any sport in the country. I was able to schedule an interview with Coach to talk about this achievement. For News, I'm here with Coach Bresnitsky of the boys soccer team, who has just recently been awarded Regional Coach of the Year. Now, Coach, how does one get nominated for Regional Coach of the Year?
Well, first of all, the initial nomination has to come from the New Jersey Soccer Coaches Association. And then, along with your credentials, it's submitted to our National Soccer Coaches Association of America, which is governing body of all college, high school coaches, and club coaches throughout the country. And then a different panel of people make a decision and award 6 different regional coaches of the year, depending upon their location.
Okay, now you were awarded the Regional Coach of the Year, and you were also a nominee for the National Coach of the Year. Is that correct?
I was the nominee for the National Coach of the Year, but I did not win the national coaching.
How many coaches were nominated for national?
There are 6 coaches all total, 6 different regions of the country.
Okay. Well, I see you got a nice little plaque there.
Yeah,
for
a nice
Regional
plaque
Coach of the Year.
for Regional Coach of the Year, right? That's because I had such good players like you.
Andrew Silber has been awarded this month's Male Athlete of the Month. Andrew just became the 171-pound county champion for Union County, and he was also awarded by the Star Ledger as Wrestler of the Week. Let's go to Jess Chickleys, who has caught up with Andrew to talk about this accomplishment.
Hi, this is Jess Chickleys reporting for 34 News, and I'm on location with February's Male Athlete of the Month, Andrew Silber. So what grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
Okay, congratulations. So you wrestle?
Yes, I wrestle.
So how have your matches been going?
Pretty good. We beat a couple good teams, Roselle Park and Hanover Park. Close matches. Came down to last guys.
What weight class are you in?
I'm 171-pounder.
Nice. Any upcoming matches we should look forward to?
We have counties next weekend, Friday and Saturday at Union High School, so if anyone wants to come, it'll be a good time.
Good luck. So, college, you're going to go to college?
Yeah, I don't know where though.
Are you going to wrestle?
Definitely.
What are some colleges you applied to?
I got into Arizona State, University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, and hopefully Sacred Heart, because that's where I think I want to go and wrestle.
Oh, that's rad. Okay. Good luck with everything. Now back to the studio.
This month's Female Athlete of the Month is none other than junior superstar Hillary Klimowitz. Hillary just became Spiffy High's all-time leading female scorer with over 1,235 points. Congratulations, Hillary, and now let's go to her with our On Location.
Hi, this is Brian Kopnicki on location with this month's Female Athlete of the Month, Hillary Klimowitz. So Hillary, how's the basketball season going so far?
It's been going really well. We've been playing a tougher schedule this year, so our record isn't as good as it was last year, but hopefully it'll just get us more prepared for states and counties.
That's good. Now you just broke a school record. Can you tell us a little about the school record?
I think Jennifer Fears had the record before me, and I think it was 1,226 points, and now I have 1,236.
And you're still a junior, that's correct? You still have one more full season to go?
Yeah, hopefully.
That's good, barring no injuries and
Yeah.
stuff like that. All right, thanks, Hillary. Now back to the studio.
That's all in the world of sports at Spiffy High. Let's go back to Julie and Kara.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you for joining us for this month's edition of 34 News.
Have a great holiday and make sure you buy your sweetheart roses and chocolate. We'll see you next month.